Where we speak truth to power. Today we're going to run like a horse. Are you ready? Now remember, from the newsreel, we always keep it real. Here we don't criticize. If we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. And remember, we are in the service of God and country. Strictly from the newsreel, where we keep it real.
This is 3FM.
Of course, and my name, Blakk Rasta. Now today we're going to start on a note of football. And he says, I can't believe I am here. Tariq Lamptey on his first start at the World Cup for Ghana. And this is Tariq Lamptey. He says, I can't believe I am here. Tariq Lamptey on his first start at the World Cup for Ghana. And I'm reading this from My Joy Online. I read, Black Stars defender Tariq Lamptey says he was left in awe following his first start for Ghana at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. The 22-year-old was handed a starting berth in Ghana's second group game against South Korea after making a cameo appearance in the opener against Portugal. The Brighton and Hove Albion star was part of the new faces brought into the team ahead of the Mondial and got the chance to feature for the team under Utu Ado. Talking about his experience in Qatar, Tariq told Joy Sports in an exclusive interview he was stunned by the atmosphere when he came out to warm up before the game against South Africa. That is something that you can't put an end to. It was a special moment for me and my family. It was amazing. That was the first time in a football match that I have actually looked around and properly soaked up everything that was happening, he said. Now, my brother, my sister, Tariq Lamptey is a very wonderful player. I love him. He might look diminutive, but he's very strong and smart. But there are two things I will need Tariq Lamptey to pick up if he will listen to a big brother. Now, I had an interview in which Tariq Lamptey said, when he was asked, why did you decide to opt and play for Ghana? And he said, it's because of the way the people received me. It's because of the way the Ghanaian people embraced the idea that I should join the Ghanaian team. In fact, that broke me down in one way or the other. In other words, Tariq Lamptey joined because of the applause from Ghanaians. Listen, when it comes to opting for your nation, there is no reason except the fact that you belong to the nation by your DNA. And for that matter, whether the people applaud or not, my brother, you must belong to the nation. It's only a sellout sports person who would come out. Though you are Ghanaian, you opt to go and do something for another group of people. It's up to you. Most of the time, it's nothing but inferiority complex. They are not ready to build the building blocks, set them up right, for the next generation to be able to be proud and say, yes, whatever we find in other countries, we can also find here by the kind courtesy of our ancestors, our fathers and mothers who did all the work. Everybody's running to Europe. Everybody's running to America, forgetting that, yes, we were dealt a very, very bad blow in the days of slavery. And therefore, we have not been able to build our house as fast as we should have done. But nothing is lost. We still have the energy, we still have the intellect, we still have the power, and we can do all these things. So Tariq Lamptey, it's good that people are applauding. And you are happy to be part of it. Can I warn you? There were other people who were applauded more than you. There were other people who were carried in palanquins. There were some who were flown from their bases in private jets. They were the only people in the aeroplane with the air hostesses who fed them all the way to come and play for the Black Stars. Later, all the applause turned into jeers. In fact, as a player, you must learn from the other Black Stars players. We live in a nation of ingrates. We live in a nation where people have no respect for decency, the decency of patriotism, the decency of belongingness. They will sell out their own country if they are promised a certain amount of comfort by another nation. They have no patience and no respect to be able to stand by their nation and build their nation right from the scratch. They have no such respect. They do not even believe in the next generation. In fact, they are proud to go to America and have babies, so the babies will be called Americans. They are proud to go to England and have babies, so their babies will be called British. But they have no common sense of decency to sit back and say, yes, our country is broken, but we shall fix it. Remember, if the British had behaved the same way, if the Americans had behaved the same way, there will never be any glitter that will attract you to run to those nations. Remember, insects only move towards where the light is until you create the light. Remember that there will never be no insect coming up to you. Hey, remember that butterflies run after flowers. If you don't build your own garden of flowers, forget it. You will keep running around like butterflies, hopping from one garden to the other, and you will never have your own garden that you can call my own. Tariq Lamptey, with all love and respect, if you are playing for Ghana because you feel a sense of patriotism, you are welcome. But if you are coming because of the applause will soon die down. We have seen greater players than you. I saw Abedi Pele in my days. I saw Tony Yeboah in my days of following seriously Ghanaian football. I saw great players like Baba Yara. We all know how they went down. I remember Golden Boy. Oh my God. How many of us remember the Golden Boy? Oh my God. Now we remember such great players, my brother, my sister, like Robert Mensah. Today we can't even find their graves. The grave to point out and show the grandchildren of Robert Mensah that, oh, this is the grave of that great player, the greatest player at a time that Ghana produced. We can't find that grave. It's no more there. Not a single statue, nothing except a stadium, which we applaud them for. My brother, my sister, I can mention names right from the beginning to the end. In the world of boxing, I can also remember Bazooka. Today, where is Bazooka? Bazooka has a hotel where he's earning some money, and I would like to applaud him for that. But how many Ghanaians still talk about Bazooka? Even Azuma Nelson. And if you come to football, there are many other players we can talk about. Tony Yeboah, at one time, was the best boots for Ghana in terms of scoring goals. Today, how many people even remember him? Has there been a single block named after Tony Yeboah? Except his own Yagola. So Tariq, you are coming into a country that is so ungrateful. A country that is almost useless, but there is hope. That is why you are coming here. They say your friend is a friend who knows that you have your weaknesses, yet he's still your friend. You belong to a country you know that is almost becoming useless, but you are ready to turn the uselessness into usefulness. Hallelujah. I leave it here. And this one I'm taking from my own treenews.com, the most authentic source of news online. And it says, Perez Chapel declares 1 week fasting and prayers over Ajinasari Nogokpo Ampas. And I read, Perez Chapel International has declared a 1 week fasting and prayer session for all members following an invitation to the founder, Archbishop Charles Ajinasari, by the traditional rulers of Nogokpo, a town in the Volta region of Ghana. Opinion leader Muflealaga Mawufemo Kwabla Nonyebe on Friday, June 2, accused Archbishop Ajinasari of showing no remorse in his second sermon and describing the town as the headquarters of demons in the Volta region. The man of God has apparently apologized to the chiefs and people of Nogokpo after they raised concerns about his reference to the town, insisting that he did not intend to denigrate any of the towns and their people, but to elucidate the principle of divine protection to congregants. The Nogokpo chiefs are not serious. You are not serious people. These chiefs in Nogokpo. What kind of apology do you want from this? Or you just want a show of power? Nyonyibe is a personal friend of mine. I know him personally and I love him. With no disrespect. Did you want Ajinasari to strip naked and run around all the villages in the Volta region before you would say that he has become remorseful? Look how the man spoke and apologized. What kind of eyes did you use to see that he was not remorseful? He told you that his wife is Voltarian and there is no way he will cast a slur on the people of the Volta region. And that all this while he's had a beautiful relationship with the people of the Volta. His two biological children are named Voltarian names. And under no circumstances would he look down on the people of Volta. By a show of power, Nogokpo chiefs say, hey, you have to come. How do they even call this an invitation? It's a sermon. They are summoning the man to come by hook or crook, or else they will show him where the cosmic power is. I wish they would bring this to me. This doesn't make sense, my brother, my sister. What kind of a country is this where people are ready to show power for nothing? The man of God has apologized to you that that was not what he intended. It was a slip of tongue. Now, if you are inviting him, fine. Send him a respectful invitation and say, well, we have heard your apology and we love you. We are inviting you over so we can sit back and see how some of these things cannot happen again. But rather, come here. The people of Nogokpo are summoning you. Come here. If you don't come within 14 days, we are going to make sure that we show you where the cosmic power is. If I were this man, I would never go there. What are you going to do to me? What are you going to do to me, chiefs of Nogokpo? Please. We are traditional people and we love our tradition. We love our culture. But when you bring this indiscreet show of power, in undecent way of showing power, it is so sad. I will not go out and say I'm going to support Ajinasari. For what? I won't go out and say any other thing like that because I'm a traditional person and I love my tradition. You understand? But when a man of God decides that, oh, I made a mistake, and he spent a big chunk of the time apologizing to the people, you come back and say, he didn't show remorse. How should he show remorse? Stripping naked, running naked all over the place. I like the posture Ajinasari is taking. Pray. If you truly believe in your God, this is the time you have to show them that you know your God. Don't go. Now, if you go, then you are a coward. Yes. Some people will say, oh, for the sake of peace, just go there. No, sir. This is a sermon from the people, and I think that it is unjust. We shouldn't do that. And to the people of Nogokpo, I go to Nogokpo every now and then when I have time. I love the people of the Volta region. In fact, I want to believe that I have Voltarian blood inside me. And every time, in fact, I have a big chunk of funds right there in the Volta region. I will never say anything against the people of the Volta region. I see myself as one. But where there is this kind of please. Any which way, my name Blakk Rasta, I wish I could speak more on this. Please, Nogokpo chiefs, withdraw that invitation. Write to Ajinasari and invite him properly. This is a threat. It's not an invitation. I end it. Nobody's supporting you. We were all supporting you. All of a sudden, you messed it up. No. Poor communication. I'll leave it here. Eric Mawe is in the house. He told me, please don't ask me anything about Nogokpo.